comma. A comma can be used to join two independent clauses. A comma can also be used in a sentence containing a list. When the dependent clause comes before the independent clause, a comma is used to separate the two. A comma is also used in an adjective clause, before direct speech, and following a transition word. An example of a comma being used to join two independent clauses containing a conjunction is: Jasmine wanted to buy sweets, but she didn't have enough money. An example of commas used in a sentence containing a list includes: I bought apples, oranges, grapes, and tomatoes. So this is a list of fruits. However, the list can contain anything. So it can be items, verbs, or even adjectives. So as long as you have a list in a sentence, then commas are required. Remember, a comma is not required just before the word and. An example of a comma used to separate dependent clause and independent clause include: because I missed the bus, I was late to school. Remember, the dependent clause doesn't make sense on its own, whereas the independent clause does make sense on its own. Because I missed the bus is the dependent clause. I was late to school is the independent clause. An example of commas used in an adjective clause is: Anna, who is a short woman, reached the books from the top shelf. An adjective clause just provides extra information in a sentence. The adjective clause provides extra information about Anna. An example of a comma used before a direct quote is: Jane said, I want to go to the park. An example of a comma used following a transition word includes: James forgot to finish his science homework. Therefore, he got into trouble. The transition word is therefore, and the comma comes after the transition word. Other examples of transition words include however, yet, but, etc. There are many more.